Battle of the Brushes. We did something awesome this summer. Graduates of my mentorship program, Concept Art Academy, were invited to join a competitive design challenge, and the results were insane. Truly professional work was created. We had industry legends judging the final work, and the artists got very real experience working in a studio team setting. So here's how this was all set up. Artists who enroll in Concept Art Academy get sorted into a design house depending on the time of year that they join. So Octo 8 is in the fall, Helix is in the winter, and ANURA is in the spring. It's very much like the Harry Potter sorting hat, which is why we knew that eventually we wanted these design houses to compete, Tri-Wizard tournament style, for concept artists. So I made a design brief that the teams would use as a jump-off point, exactly like projects start in real hired work. The project was called Shattered Realm, a fictional fantasy world with 3 factions, and each team was designing for a faction. Artists had 6 weeks to go from a brief to a finished design deck to turn in ahead of our finale. So deadlines, everything. And we made each faction track with the mascot of each house. So each team would have some really cool, iconic design language to play with. So Octo 8 had all of these like seashore drowned barnacle motifs. Helix had all of these kind of lofty, shiny elven themes to play with. And Bogkin had all of this like swampy mushrooms and rot. Really cool stuff to play with. I wasn't sure how many artists would be into this. Like, Concept Art Academy is hard. It's challenging and time consuming, and this would be something extra after graduation. Wasn't sure if everybody would be up for it, but wow, did they show up. We had 20 plus artists on each team. They immediately started trash talking each other with art, like actually taking the time to paint their mascot, killing and burning the other team's mascot. It was on. Teams assigned tasks. They managed themselves. They went through a production schedule exactly like they would in a studio setting. And that was the real value here, the experience of what it feels like to show up every day as a pro artist, to accomplish tasks, to design and paint consistently with other artists, to all paddle in the same direction. So fast forward, turn-in day is here in July, and unbelievable. Like, look at this. I mean, I feel like Art Dad saying this, but I just felt proud. Thoughtful, engaging designs, not just pretty art, but problem-solving, visual storytelling, and just very polished professional presentation. They nailed this. So now, the hard part, who wins? I wanted to have an overall team winner, a single grand prize winner, and then category winners. So something for best character, best environment, best creature, and best prop. And while I definitely saw standouts in each deck, I wanted to get some other eyes on this. I wanted some industry feedback for our artists so that they weren't just hearing it all from me again. So I enlisted some industry friends and colleagues to act as our panel of judges. This was awesome. These included art directors and pro artist colleagues who I've worked with over the years. And I put up the art YouTuber Bat Signal. Adam Duff, Cynics, and Christoph Young all agreed to volunteer their time to do these incredibly thoughtful and in-depth review videos for each team. So I am forever grateful for your time and expertise on that. When I revealed who the judges were at our finale, the reactions were priceless. So seriously, thank all of you so much. We had finalists and winners in each category. Incredible work. And each team really did themselves proud. There were trophies flying in every direction, but it all came down to the awards that everyone was really waiting for. The team win for the best deck and the best overall champion piece. This was hard because they're all awesome, but the big win went to ANURA, the Bogkin deck. This one was just incredible. It felt like the realist world. This team did that world building piece at an expert level. So huge congratulations to ANURA. You have a target on your back as champions defending next summer. And finally, the grand prize went to Bjorn Rothig for this absolutely absurdly great design sheet for the High Oracle character. This one has it all. Incredible painting skills, but real design problem solving. All of that great stuff that just makes a portfolio piece stand out and scream professionalism. Bjorn won himself a Huion Canvas Pro 13 for this, so way to go Bjorn, way to go Bogkin and ANURA. Incredible job, everyone. I just wanted to acknowledge a lot of really hard, really excellent work. All of the artists who participated really showed up and they did their portfolios some huge favors. And while I don't usually share our alumni events on YouTube, this was just too cool and too fun to keep hidden away. So I hope you're all as impressed with the work as I was. Stay tuned for Battle of the Brushes 2 next summer. See you later, guys.